We've all been put through the winter ringer in one way or another. Whether you've slipped on ice, accidentally mistaken yellow snow for lemon-flavored gelato, or encountered a mad trapper while out cross-country skiing, they happen to everyone. Well, everyone except Mini drivers. After all, the Mini is equipped with features that help you conquer extreme winter conditions and avoid situations that might otherwise leave you frostbitten, stranded, or stuck in, well, let's just say, a compromising position. Now, click on the classic Adventures in Winterland to learn how Mini helps you conquer winter. Don't worry, there are lots of pictures. A great adventure in Winterland. Dynamic stability control. Roads can be incredibly hazardous during the winter, but staying on course is easy with dynamic stability control. It uses sensors to carefully read road conditions by measuring the wheel spin, braking pressure, steering wheel angle, and reducing instability caused by sudden accelerations and sharp turns. That way you remain in control on slick surfaces, just as the Mini is doing here, and avoid a not-so-great adventure like Castaway. You're driving along a slippery road without dynamic stability control. You round a corner, slip on ice, go flying down a hill, and end up lost in the middle of nowhere. You spend the rest of your days pondering the meaning of life with your best friend, Wilson. He proves to be a wonderful listener, but not much of a conversationalist. A great adventure in Winterland. Cornering brake control. Snow-covered roads can be dangerous. Fortunately, cornering brake control keeps the Mini stable during cornering or when changing lanes, as you see here. It does this by monitoring the transverse acceleration and brake force applied to each wheel as you turn. This makes cornering on slippery surfaces easy and safe, so you can avoid a not-so-great adventure in Winterland like Revenge of the Moose. You're rounding a corner on your way to a friend's cottage when a moose darts out onto the road. You turn quickly to avoid it, but you don't have cornering brake control, so you crash into it. As luck would have it, the moose takes you to court and the judge makes you the moose's manservant. You spend the next 20 years polishing his antlers, filing his hooves, and cleaning up his itsy-bitsy moose messes. A great adventure in Winterland. Superior ground clearance. No matter how much snow is on the road, it won't stop the Mini. Its superior ground clearance helps you overcome winter roads with ease. Plus, its 16-inch run-flat tires keep you rolling instead of stranded on the side of the road. So no matter how snowy it is, you can avoid not-so-great adventures in Winterland like Encino Man returns. You're heading down a snowy road and bottom out because you don't have the Mini's superior ground clearance. You're stuck. 100 years later, a Hollywood producer finds you, frozen in a massive block of ice. He then casts you in Encino Man 12, starring the great-great-great-grandson of its original co-star. Hey, buddy, indeed. It's easy to enjoy winter to its fullest when you drive a Mini. There's an available roof rack and ski box for all your winter gear. It also has 50/50 folding rear seats that give you an impressive 680 liters of space. That's roughly the equivalent of 6 hockey bags, 25 ski boots, or 50 polar bear furs. It also helps you avoid not-so-great adventures in Winterland like Friends for Dinner. You and a friend go camping in the mountains. You don't have the Mini with 50/50 folding seats, so you're forced to leave a few bags behind. Too bad your food was in those bags. Fortunately, you're able to find some finger food. Unfortunately for your friend, it's his fingers. Minnie makes it easy to see, even during heavy snowfalls. It has front and rear fog lights and bi-xenon headlights. And for those frosty days, it also has heated exterior mirrors and heated windshield washer jets. So you can avoid not-so-great adventures in Winterland like Cold-Hearted Angel. You're driving during a snowstorm and can barely see the road because you don't have bi-xenon headlights. You realize you're lost and you pull over to ask someone for directions. Finally, after 30 minutes of explaining your situation, you realize that the angel who has been helping you is really a snow angel. Lonely and desperate, you give her your number anyway. You can never be too safe while driving during the winter, which is why the Mini has 6 airbags, including 2 that react according to the weight of the occupants and the type of impact. It also has a rigid body shell that keeps passengers protected in case of an emergency situation, which is far better than the not-so-great adventure in Winterland, Bear Den. You get cut off, you swerve out of control, you end up in the ditch, only you don't have 6 airbags or a rigid body shell like the Mini, so the damage traps you inside. Moments later, you hear something outside. You think it's the jaws of life, but you're actually in a bear's den, and those jaws you hear are his. Otherwise known as the jaws of you're about to have your limbs systematically removed.